Hey Calv, you should wank, she is hot.
Fuck you, Matrix. I ain't gonna wank today, pal.
The Matrix agent is a wanker, and I mean literally. He sits around all day scrolling until he finds something he likes. But then you get Calv, and although Calv does struggle, he will still spread the message in hopes to change people's lives. I knew my testosterone levels skyrocketed. I realised this, I think, it was probably around the 3rd or 4th week. So this was during my basic training. You're staying with a bunch of guys, right? And one of these guys was really pissing me off. So imagine you're just ironing, just ironing, you know, having a good time, and you just ask a question, right? You just ask a simple question. Someone just answers back in such disrespect. You just ask a question, and you're just like, what a fucking stupid question. Imagine how that would make you feel, right? It pissed me off. And it pissed me off. I fucking threw my iron on the table, right? I just threw it. I think I ran. I can't remember. I either marched to him or I just ran. I ran to him, yeah. And I tapped I tapped him on his shoulder. I just tap. He turned around. I fucking grab him, yeah. I grab him, throw him against the cupboard, right? And then I throw him on the floor. Then one of the guys, his mate, charges at me. He's charging at me. I fucking look at him. He's a small guy, right? And one of my mates grab him, hold him back. Guy I threw on the floor stands up. He grabs me here. And then I grab him around the neck and launch him across the room, right? And then he tries to rugby tackle. So he comes running, tries to rugby tackle me, yeah. And I'm just like, I get him in a headlock, right? And I've got him in a headlock. He can't move. I could easily just fucking knee him. I didn't. But I just had him in a headlock for like 10 seconds maybe. Just thinking, what do I do now? What do I do? And then I was like, fuck it. I'll just let him go. He didn't do anything after. I think he shit himself. But I would not have done that before, right? If someone pissed me off, I wouldn't have grabbed him and just launched him, do you know what I mean? I just wouldn't have. And I knew it was like, I just felt like a fucking man. Do you know what I mean? I just imagine you went from a guy that watched porn every night, wanked like twice a day. Imagine like you actually doing that and spunking your testosterone away. Imagine a guy who's playing video games like, 3 kill streak, to literally fucking holding a gun, shooting down a shooting range, like a real life gun. You're staying in the fields, mate. It was amazing. That was literally within 3 to 4 weeks, just from not having a wank for that long, made me feel like a different person. Do you know what I mean? Another thing I noticed was my discipline. So before, when I was at home, I struggled to literally wake up before maybe 8 o'clock, right? Imagine going from waking up at 8 o'clock, like that was the earliest you could wake up. And that's if you had something important to go to. Imagine that, to going to waking up at like 5 o'clock every morning, jumping in the shower straight away, no phone, no nothing, right? You haven't got anything. And someone just, like some adult just comes in your room, starts screaming at you for no reason. She makes you do loads of push-ups, right? Just because you can. And then you're there like, fuck yeah, this is sick. Imagine that. Imagine you're literally getting punished. You're literally there like, this is fucking sick. That's how I was. That's how I felt. I would have never felt like that before. And all of a sudden, I stopped wanking. I just enjoyed the fucking hardest shit ever. It was crazy. It was crazy. I actually couldn't believe it. And I was so disciplined as well. I would iron more than anyone else. I would be up. Everyone else is on their phones. Imagine like you're literally in a room with 12 lads. Maybe 10 of them are lying on their phones, lying on their beds on their phones, like, and you're there listening to your music, absolutely loving life, just ironing your clothes. And guess what? Imagine the next morning you have inspection, you're standing up while 10 other lads having to do press-ups, literally almost in tears, and you're there like, should have stayed up, mate. It was sick. You just felt like a boss, mate. And I literally became the boss. I got voted for like the leader of my section. And I just felt motivated for so much shit as well. No, I would exercise every night. Literally, there were lads going to the toilets to wank and watch porn. Imagine this, like, literally, just fucking imagine. I was by the door, right? And you just look to your left and you just see the door swinging open and close, open and close. And you know exactly what they were fucking doing. They were gone for 2 minutes with their phones, they came back. You knew exactly what the fuck they were doing. And you're on the floor doing crunches. You're literally doing fucking push-ups, bruv, while they're wanking in the toilets. My motivation was just insane. Like, I would actually motivate myself to do anything. I was unstoppable, mate. I was unstoppable. And this all happened within probably the first, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks, right? And it just kept getting better and better and better. And then it hit maybe like the 2.5 to 3 month. And that's where like I just got so fucking horny. So I remember I actually started getting wet dreams for the first time, I think maybe ever. And so it was on that level, right? And so at this point we were allowed our phones. And there was Wi-Fi, right? So dating apps, this was a problem. So I went on my phone, like, oh yeah, there's this dating app called Yubo I used to have before. So yeah. Bearing in mind, I'm stuck. I can't go anywhere. I can't meet these chicks. Or anything. I can't meet these chicks or anything, right? And I'm swiping. I'm on YouTube, like, how to get more chicks on Tinder or whatever, swiping. I'm like, fuck, I'm not getting enough matches. Guess what I do? Oh, let me just buy a few things to make it so everyone sees my profile. Imagine this, right? So you can't spend your money anywhere, you're stuck. So imagine the only thing you can spend it on is literally, basically Tinder. I think maybe 200 quid. I think I spent around £200 sterling on a dating app with girls I couldn't meet. That's how horny I was, right? But I didn't want to wank. I forgot what wanking was, which is fucking amazing. I ended up spending a lot of time on these apps. And then eventually I wanked and whatever. So this made me realise that once you hit like that threshold, you need to fucking release somehow. Because you become like so fucking desperate just to even talk to a bird. You're not going to pull, ever. You're too desperate. It pisses me off because I could use that money now to do so much shit. But you learn. And I learned. And it is funny. But it's so sad as well. So what I learned is, after maybe like, until you realise you are super, super horny, do not wank. And don't make a cope like, oh, I'm really horny, like you're like 3 days in. I mean after maybe 2 months, where you literally starting to do dumb shit. that is where you can be like, okay, I'm gonna have a wank without porn. Because porn, right? Genuinely, if you watch porn, you're a fucking idiot. You are actually sad as fuck. If you wank, you are actually so sad, mate. If you're like, I'm so horny and I can't get laid. Let me just fucking spunk in my sock. Do you know what I mean? Like, that is so sad. You are probably you're on the lowest level social, like, you know, I die over Wimpy Kid. He had like that social. You are literally on Fregley's level, bruv. You are on level like 101, mate. Like the lowest of the rankings. Like, bro, it's so fucked. If you're actually wanking, mate, get a grip. Like, actually get a fucking grip, bro. You're such a loser. Like, would you go to a bird like, oh, I wanked last night? No, it's fucking embarrassing. So why are you doing it? Just stop. Stop being a fucking idiot. Just stop being a pussy. But to be fair, it isn't your fault. It's fucking hard. I'm still struggling with it. I'm doing it right now, but I have been for a long time. It's like, it's made to be addicted. That's why you're so hooked, because it's one of the most addicting things. They've clocked it, and they've been like, this is the most addicting thing. This is what we live for, is to have sex. So it is like the biggest purpose. And those like flipping P-Hub, I ain't gonna say, or whatever of those websites, they've like clocked it, and they're making billions off our biological. So yeah, you just need to try and get the discipline. You're not a bad person for wanking. You just have really bad discipline and mental health. So yeah, we will one day win, but for now, just stop being a pussy.